in the heart of the misty forest, where ancient trees whisper secrets to the wind. Our little Bigfoot was on another adventure. After his last tearful encounter with a prickly hedgehog, he was determined to find a friend who was soft and cuddly. With his big, curious eyes scanning the forest floor, he waddled along, his fluffy brown fur bouncing with every step. The sun dappled through the leaves, creating dancing patterns on the ground, and birds sang a cheerful melody, encouraging him on his quest. He passed by a grumpy old badger, who just snorted and disappeared into his burrow, and a family of squirrels who chattered excitedly but were too busy gathering nuts to play. Little Bigfoot sighed, his shoulders slumping. Was he the only one looking for a friend today? Just as a hint of sadness began to creep into his heart, he saw it. Tucked away beneath a giant fern was a small, round, fuzzy ball. It was a beautiful mix of yellow and black stripes, and it seemed to hum with a gentle, buzzing energy. A fuzzy, buzzy friend, he thought with glee. This was perfect. It wasn't prickly at all. Carefully, he reached out a chubby finger to give his new friend a gentle pat. He imagined them rolling around in the meadows, sharing sweet berries, and telling funny stories. This little fuzzy ball would be the best friend a Bigfoot could ask for. He leaned in closer, his nose twitching with excitement, ready to say hello. But the moment his finger touched the fuzzy ball, it wasn't a soft, cuddly welcome he received. Ouch! A sharp, surprising sting shot up his finger. The fuzzy, buzzy ball wasn't a single friend. It was a whole family of bees, and they weren't happy about their home being poked. A cloud of them swarmed up, buzzing angrily around his head. Little Bigfoot yelped in surprise and pain. His eyes, which were moments ago filled with hope, now welled up with big, fat tears. He hadn't found a friend. He had found a whole nest of trouble. He stumbled backward, tripping over a tree root and landing with a soft thud on a bed of moss. The tears streamed down his furry cheeks, each one a tiny droplet of his big disappointment. He sat there, nursing his sore finger and his even sore heart. The bees, having made their point, eventually settled back into their hive, their angry buzzing softening to a gentle hum once more. Little Bigfoot sniffled, wiping his eyes with the back of his other hand. The forest seemed quieter now, and the birds' songs sounded less cheerful. Why was making friends so hard? First, the prickly hedgehog. Now, the stingy bees. He felt a wave of loneliness wash over him, bigger than any wave he'd seen in the forest stream. He just wanted a friend. Was that too much to ask? He let out a long, mournful cry that echoed through the trees, a sound so full of sadness it made the leaves tremble. From a branch high above, a wise old owl, who had been watching the whole ordeal, hooted softly. He'd seen many things in his long life, but the sight of the crying little Bigfoot tugged at his heart. He glided down silently, landing on a branch just above the little creature. Little Bigfoot looked up, his tear-filled eyes wide with surprise. The owl blinked its large, golden eyes and tilted its head. It didn't say anything, but its calm presence was somehow comforting. It was as if the owl understood his sadness without needing any words. Slowly, the little Bigfoot's sobs quieted down to sniffles. He wasn't alone anymore. The owl then did something unexpected. It dropped a small, smooth, shiny pebble near little Bigfoot's feet. It was a beautiful stone, gray with white stripes, warmed by the sun. Little Bigfoot picked it up, its smoothness a stark contrast to the prickly hedgehog and the stingy bees. He rolled it around in his palm, fascinated by its texture. The owl hooted again, a gentle, encouraging sound. It then flew to another branch and dropped another, slightly different pebble. This one was dark green and felt cool to the touch. Little Bigfoot waddled over and collected this one too. This became a game. The owl would find interesting things of fallen feather, a colorful leaf, a twisted piece of bark, and drop them for the little creature to find. For the rest of the afternoon, they played this quiet game. Little Bigfoot forgot all about his sore finger and his quest for a cuddly friend. He was too busy discovering the treasures the forest had to offer, with his new, wise companion guiding him from above. He learned that some things were smooth, some were rough, some were light, and some were heavy. The world was full of amazing textures, and none of them had stung him. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor, little Bigfoot had a pile of fascinating objects. He looked up at the owl, a huge, happy grin spreading across his face. A grin that showed he understood. His new friend wasn't soft and cuddly, and they couldn't roll around in the meadows. But the owl had shown him something even better. It had shown him how to see the beauty and wonder in the world around him. And more importantly, it had shown him that friendship comes in all shapes and sizes. And sometimes, the best friends are the ones who don't say much at all, but simply show you that you are not alone. He gave the owl a happy little wave. The owl hooted one last time, a sound that seemed to say you're welcome, before soaring silently into the twilight sky. Little Bigfoot gathered his treasures, his heart full. He still didn't have a fuzzy friend to hug, but he had something much more precious. He had the memory of a kind owl, a pocket full of forest treasures, and the knowledge that even after a good cry, a new adventure and a new kind of friendship might be waiting just around the corner. He headed back to his cozy cave, no longer crying, but humming a happy little tune. He knew that tomorrow would bring new discoveries, and he couldn't wait. The forest was no longer a place of disappointments, but a world of endless possibilities. And so, our little Bigfoot learned a valuable lesson that day. Friends don't have to be what you expect them to be. Sometimes they are prickly, sometimes they are buzzy, and sometimes they are wise old owls who teach you to see the world with new eyes. He snuggled into his bed of leaves, clutching his favorite smooth pebble, and drifted off to sleep, dreaming of all the new friends he might make tomorrow. The forest was quiet again, but this time it was a peaceful, contented quiet, filled with the promise of another happy day for our little Bigfoot. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Little Bigfoot's adventure, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the misty forest. See you next time.